Once upon a time, in the wild, lawless land of mid-2000s cable television, VH1 said, let's put 20 women in a house together to compete for the love and affection of Flavor Flav. The result? Flavor of Love, and a reality TV era that was iconic, messy, chaotic, and unmatched. From I Love New York to Rock of Love to For the Love of Ray J, VH1 gave us a whole dating show universe, one that changed TV forever. This is the story of how VH1's era of unhinged dating shows became a cultural phenomenon and how one day it just disappeared. In the early 2000s, VH1, perhaps inspired by MTV's success with The Real World, began shifting its programming away from music and toward nostalgia-driven pop culture content. While MTV had already found success with regular people in dramatic shared living situations, VH1 decided to put a twist on the formula, swap out the everyday strangers for celebrities. And that twist came to life in 2004 with The Surreal Life. The show borrowed the format of The Real World, complete with the cameras following housemates through group activities, personal confessions, and interpersonal drama. But instead of unknown 20-somethings, VH1 brought in celebrities, many of whom were considered past their prime. The Surreal Life received mixed reviews from critics, but quickly became a guilty pleasure for audiences. Some viewers, it offered a nostalgic glimpse into the lives of celebrities they grew up watching, rekindling a connection with familiar faces. Others were just drawn to the absurdity, finding it hilarious and unpredictable. This marked the beginning of VH1's Celebriality era, an entire wave of reality shows centered around celebrities, their lives, and often their mess. Some notable cast members on The Surreal Life included Vanilla Ice, MC Hammer, Bridget Nielsen, and of course, Flavor Flav. Two of the unexpected breakouts from The Surreal Life were Flavor Flav and Bridget Nielsen. Their bizarre romance was impossible to look away from, and it quickly became a highlight of the show. VH1 took notice and spun their chemistry into a new series, Strangelove, which followed the couple's tumultuous and often cringeworthy relationship. But when that fizzled out, VH1 wasn't done with Flav just yet. Instead, they doubled down and gave him his own dating show. And thus, Flavor of Love was born. And it was unlike anything TV had seen before. Modeled after The Bachelor, women from all walks of life competed for the heart of Flavor Flav. Because Flav couldn't remember names, the contestants were given nicknames like Hoops, Pumpkin, and Goldie, a tradition that would go on to define VH1's reality show branding. The show was packed with absurd, often humiliating challenges, catfights, and unforgettable one-liners. But what really made Flavor of Love explode was the introduction of Tiffany New York Pollard.
New York is in the house.
She wasn't just a contestant. She was a force in reality TV gold. Bold, dramatic, brutally honest, and endlessly entertaining. Her iconic fights,
Look like a man, and you need that facelift and get rid of the crow's feet with that.
I don't even pay no attention.
Actually, I can slap the out of you because
Do it! Slap me, bitch! And what? You whore! You put your hands on me? Did you see that bitch spit in my face?
hilarious confessional moments,
You know, she's a cute girl, cute next to gorgeous. Gorgeous is gonna, devour cute.
and biting comebacks
I think it's right that you keep her.
But
She
I'm
insulted
here,
the people in
bitch.
the
turned her into a breakout star and a cultural phenomenon. There are so many compilation videos on New York's greatest moments on the show, and it's just a testament to how iconic she was because she had so many great one-liners and so many great moments that people still quote today.
I'm still in a motherfucking house. I don't give a fuck. Do I look like I give a fuck? Because I don't.
Flavor of Love was a ratings juggernaut. It became one of VH1's highest rated shows at the time, with the season 2 finale drawing in 7.5 million viewers, making it the second highest rated non-sports basic cable show of 2006. The show's success not only solidified VH1's pivot to reality TV, but also set off a wave of spin-offs and copycats, creating a full-blown celebrity universe that would dominate the mid-2000s. From the spit heard around the world to cooking raw chicken in the microwave, Flavor of Love became the kind of must-watch TV that had people talking at school, work, and all over the early internet message boards. It was messy, it was chaotic, and it changed the face of reality TV forever. The success of Flavor of Love sparked a full-blown spin-off explosion. At the center of it all was Tiffany New York Pollard. After being rejected not once,
New York, don't be mad at me. I'm gonna roll with hoops.
but twice by Flavor Flav.
I'm not shit on you. I'm not shitting on you.
Yes, you are shitting on me.
Your ways, New York. Your ways, New York.
You know what?
You have
My
jealous ways,
are
New
real,
York.
and this is New York. You
But
shit
New
on me,
York,
Flav.
New York. How am I gonna shit? How am I gonna shit?
She got her own shot at love with I Love New York, and it was an instant hit. Premiering in 2007, I Love New York became the most watched series debut in VH1 history at the time, pulling in 4.4 million viewers. The show flipped the script. Now it was a house full of men competing for New York's heart. And the chaos was dialed up even higher. The nicknames, the insults, the fights, verbally and physically, New York proved she didn't just belong on reality TV, she was reality TV. The show ran for 2 seasons and spawned spin-offs of its own, including Real Chance of Love, starring fan favorite brothers, Real and Chance. And New York got her own spin-offs as well. New York Goes to Hollywood and New York Goes to Work. Meanwhile, VH1 continued building out its growing dating show universe. Rock of Love brought rock star Bret Michaels into the mix, trading gold teeth for leather pants and bandanas. That show ran for 3 wild seasons and gave us another branch of spin-offs. Like Daisy of Love, centered on contestant Daisy De La Hoya from Season 2, and fellow Season 2 contestant Megan Hauserman also had a spin-off, but we'll get to that later. And viewers weren't just tuned in for the contestants in the competition, they also looked forward to the reunion shows, which brought on a whole new level of drama as contestants look back at their time on the show.
This class?
But you know what? You know what? I am, however, gonna big slap your motherfucking ass. Big slap your motherfucking ass. Nobody better touch me, that's all I know.
You're a disrespectful little bitch.
Thank you very much.
Take it any further, let's
Other notable spin-offs include Charm School, a fan favorite that took contestants from various shows and put them through etiquette lessons and life challenges to better themselves, and a chance to win some money. The first season, hosted by Monique, featured women from Season 1 and 2 of Flavor of Love. The second season, hosted by Sharon Osbourne, featured contestants from Season 1 and 2 of Rock of Love. And the third and final season, hosted by Ricky Lake, featured contestants from Rock of Love Bus and Real Chance of Love. Then we have For the Love of Ray J, which added a splash with R&B singer Ray J looking for love in a similarly chaotic, drama-filled house. And then we have I Love Money, which took contestants who failed to win in the previous dating shows mentioned to compete in various physical and mental challenges or a chance to win $250,000. Contestants jumped from one series to the next, beef carried over between shows, and fans followed every twist like a soap opera. This era worked for several reasons. One, because it was completely raw and unfiltered, and that was the point. With the huge personalities casted, they weren't casting for love or compatibility. They were casting for conflict. The louder, the wilder, or the more unpredictable, the better. You didn't need chemistry. You needed different people that would clash and cause chaos. And the people cast at the time, while many did seek fame or to benefit, they weren't trying to actively build personal brands. They were just being themselves. And that rawness made for unforgettable TV. The reactions, the insults, the fashion, the eliminations, so many moments from these shows live on in internet culture today. It also worked because it was budget friendly. There were no scripts, no writers, just a camera crew, production team, and a mansion full of big egos fighting for love, or camera time, depending on the day. In the post-2007 writer's strike era, this format became even more attractive to networks because it was cheap to produce and they didn't rely on union labor. And lastly, these shows existed before reality TV got wannabe reality TV stars, before producers started overproducing these shows and making up their own narratives. The fights were real, for the most part. And at that time, people weren't actively trying to be reality TV stars. They would come on this show and try to promote their music or their brands, but at the time, they had no Instagram followers to protect, no brand deals to lose, just raw emotion and impulsive behavior caught on camera. And part of why it resonated so much with viewers was when it aired. The early to mid 2000s were a completely different social landscape. Reality stars weren't yet seen as celebrities. Social media hadn't taken over. There was no pressure to be curated, likable, or even politically correct. The cast members were messy, problematic, and often out of pocket. But they were also authentic. And that authenticity, for better or worse, was entertaining. But it was also a reflection of a pop culture moment where audiences wanted real, or at least realer than the glossy reality shows that would come later. And it was absolutely addictive. By 2010, things started to change. The Of Love formula was wearing thin, and VH1 was beginning to shift its focus from dating shows. And then came a serious tragedy. A contestant from Megan Wants a Millionaire was involved in a high-profile murder case. VH1 pulled the show mid-season and quietly backed away from dating shows entirely. This contestant even went on to win I Love Money Season 3, which remains unaired to this day. That marked the end of the era. And other shows to come would steer away from the dating show format and back to the lives of celebrities, or celebrity exes, or stars and their significant others, such as Basketball Wives, Hollywood Exes, and the Love and Hip Hop franchise. While these shows were also a moment in time and had their fair share of breakout stars, I don't think any of them can compare to VH1's reality television run in the 2000s. Not that it was worse, it was just different. There was a rawness and realness to the VH1 celebrity era that I think cannot be replicated. Despite all of the controversy and the dramatic end to the era, VH1's dating shows left an undeniable mark on pop culture. New York didn't just become a star, she became the blueprint. A reality TV and internet icon whose reactions, catchphrases, and presence still lives rent-free in our feeds today.
Do you know you have 30 minutes? Are you kidding me? 30, yes.
And Flavor of Love remains endlessly quotable and constantly referenced, even years later. And also, the drama-filled formula of finding love, you can still see it on shows like Are You the One?, Too Hot to Handle, and everyone's favorite show right now, Love Island. These shows were messy, but also a little bit genius. And while other networks have tried to recapture the magic, and while some have come close, nothing quite hits like the Of Love era at its peak. It was wild, it was raw, it was unforgettable. If you grew up watching these shows, drop your favorite moments in the comments. What was your favorite show or TV personality during this era? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video.